The thing of it is with this show, a lot of what we are doing in the show is like a part of our lives that we have experienced to some degree.
It's about various types of women and experiences that they go through, and that we look at people and we think we know those people. And I think there's one part in one of my characters where she says at the end, if you lived where we lived, you would know us, but you wouldn't know our story.
I look at it, I always tell people that I come across, especially women, that never be afraid to tell your story, because you never know who you're talking to and what they may have gone through. And I try to always be an open door and an open book for women.
It speaks to every woman out there, every person out there has, you know, so many things in their lives, and like the theme to this, of course, you know, it's that the clothes, you know, they don't make the person, the woman, but I mean, they tell your story. Your clothing items are part of your life. That they're part of all the important events in your life. And I think everyone can relate to that.
I'm learning how much women have in common. You know, our commonalities are things like how we identify with our moms and how we identify with our clothing, and how much we really do have in common. Women are the same everywhere, and we can always find things that we have in common.
I remember an outfit that I had on when I got some terrible news, and I never wore it again, because when I saw it in my closet, it reminded me of this horrible event, and I don't even know why I kept it as long as I did. It was almost like I would connect with it somehow, and then I finally just got rid of it, because I just said, no more, I'm leaving that in my past. But it was an outfit that I loved, and I had just bought it, and I couldn't wait to wear it, and the day I wore it, the very first day that I wore it, I got this bad news, and it was like it was jinxed to me. I just never could wear it again.
We don't know what goes on in people's lives behind closed doors, or what went on in their lives 5, 10, 15 years before we met them. We don't know those stories. And a lot of times people are going to make sure we don't know those stories. And this kind of touches on that to show you how people cover up things, and you would be amazed at what they are masking out so people don't see.
So just share that, and just be open to stepping out of your comfort zone. And that's what art is to me, being able to step out of your comfort zone and not worry about what someone has to say, because no one's going to like everything. It's always going to be someone that hates what you're doing, and there's always going to be someone that loves what you're doing, but you can't be afraid. You know, fear is a big obstacle for people, and once you get over that fear, then, you know, anything's possible.
Some of the topics are very, very lighthearted and very funny about what we've all seen in our lives, and then some are very serious and very deep, and they do make you reach back, reach down, think about maybe not always what you went through, but what somebody else may have gone through, that we're all a little bit the same. We all are, everyone. Very different, but the same in many ways.
I think that women are really strong, and I think that women have the ability to be strong even in really difficult situations, and we have an inner strength that we pull on and that we are able to grab hold of even in really difficult times. We have a compassion and an empathy for others that really makes us look past some of the negative aspects in the people that are closest to us and always see the best.
Clothes do not define the woman, but sometimes it does tell her story by tell something about her, how feminine she is, or what her goals are, or what she likes. You know, sometimes I like to just wear, I've got a pair of army fatigues I like to wear, and some boots and a green t-shirt that just makes me feel good. It makes me feel rugged and tough. And then sometimes I like to wear my little fluffy nightgown, because it makes me feel really girly and special.
My first goal is that whatever's going to come out of my mouth is, I hope, going to be entertaining or informative or just enjoyable. That's kind of what I want the people to see. And this is definitely a different step for PH and for me, and I think for you, to be delving into this kind of drama.
I feel like every woman should be able to come out of their shell and do things that they've always wanted to do without fear of rejection.
I think it's going to make anyone who may be becoming a new mother or a relatively new mother, that they're going to think and look at things maybe a little differently. And, you know, we can only all hope and pray, mothers, that hopefully we did some of the right things and had the right influences on our children. We sure like to hope so and think so, but it makes you think, it makes you wonder, oh, well, maybe I could have done that a little differently.
There are so many women in this local community that can be affected in a positive way by what we're doing here today, because we're telling the stories that all women can identify with. Whether you've been hurt, whether you've experienced pain and loss, or whether you've experienced the joy of love, this production is going to touch you. And I think that we have an opportunity to speak to women's issues in such a strong and empowering way that I think all women are going to be affected by it.